certain level of communication between objects, but allow classes to be written that have a whole load of other general purpose functionality as well. So yeah, the simplest one we looked at earlier was iComparable. It was a way of saying I support, class implements iComparable. It just says I implement the compare_to method. So you can safely call that method in this class and to compare two objects. So that allows sorting to work. So anything that implements iComparable, the objects in a collection implements iComparable, then the sort method can be used on that collection to sort them into order. So here's an interface called iSportType. So we've just got a number of properties. We've got type, length, width, number of players, a name of sport, and a method there called sport characteristics. And I've got a class that implements that interface, so the sport ball here. So just looking at a different number of sports. And so here we've got a constructor here, and then all the rest of the methods and properties in this class are implementing that interface. And so now I have a main program that creates an array, that can hold two objects that support iSportType, and I create two new objects. Now these are in the same class, but as long as you have objects that implement iSportType, you could have as long as each of those objects implements that interface. I could create an object of that type and put it into an element in that array. So here we're just creating two new objects and then just working our, iterating our way through that array to just display the characteristics. So it's kind of a simple idea. Another thing it has in here is the idea of a enumeration, which is the other thing we've seen a couple of times now. The idea of you can create a new type. You don't care what the values are in that type, numeric values. They're not really numbers. You're just saying, okay, I want a type that represents categories of sport. And they're either single player, involve couples, or a collective, or they're unknown. So football might be collective sport, tennis is usually couples, single player, you can pick sports like single player. So you don't care, there's no numeric, although under the covers there are numeric values associated with the type. All you really care about is that you can give a value for that type. So if you look at the program, you can see that tennis is sport category.couple and sport category.collective is using volleyball. So it's just a way of naming values, and it makes it a bit more readable for someone who comes along later. It also stops values being given that just aren't allowed, and you saw that a few weeks ago. There's only one problem really with interfaces. They're very useful for so many things, but if we look at the class sport ball and the methods that are in that, there's one method in this class that really is important, but isn't defined in the interface. Which that is.